This is the travel we love, when it truly feels like you're on another planet. The landscapes of Kyrgyzstan are unlike any other, and it's a country that gets under your skin. It's not for the faint of heart. We're talking hours of endless driving on rough roads, high altitudes, cold temperatures, days without showers. But here's the thing. This will be one of the most unforgettable adventures of your life. Surrounded by jaw-dropping landscapes, you'll witness life at its rawest. And explore a country that's ruggedness is exactly why you love it. We're Max and Jacqueline. Subscribe and join us as we take on the wonders of Kyrgyzstan. Good morning, beautiful people. This morning we were picked up by our guide Elzira from Kyrgyzstan, and she is actually going to be our guide for the next 15 days as we travel all over Kyrgyzstan. We've never done a group tour like this before, so we don't really know what to expect. We've done like day trips in group tours, but never anything for such an extended period of time. But we're really excited that everything is just organized for us, and we've already made it to our first stop, which is the Burana Minaret. This is a famous old minaret. It used to be a mosque here, but the mosque was actually destroyed, and now the only thing left is this minaret behind me. So this is only an hour and a half from Bishkek, and now we're gonna go up inside the minaret.
I need your torch.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, there's no way up and down here.
Yeah.
It's one way. This is incredibly steep and narrow.
Wow, look at the view.
This is
It's so nice.
first stop on this tour.
Great stuff.
Great stuff.
Just drive later, and we've made it to the Chon Kemin National Park, and we're actually staying here tonight. I think we're staying here. I'm not 100% sure. I think like we're gonna get some instructions in a minute. So unfortunately, a part of today's tour was actually horse riding when we arrived here in the Chon Kemin Valley. But if you watched our last video, Max and I spent 3 days on a horse riding in the mountains of Kyrgyzstan, and stop listening right now if you don't want too much information, but our butts are so and it's just too painful to think about getting back on a horse again. So whilst most of our group goes off horse riding, we're just gonna wander around the village a little bit and explore. And it's a very local village. There's a soccer pitch here with some kids playing soccer. So Max is gonna play with them for a bit.
Hello. I got my friends now. Oh my god, those kids are good. It is hot. That was so much fun. My dream come true.
Great start to 2.5 weeks in Kyrgyzstan, guys.
So adjacent to our guest house, there's a little epicery, which is a little tuck shop.
Good luck.
Hello.
It's our host.
Alright, now I'll do the test. It's actually a good beer. Cheers.
It's good. Cheers. Good morning. It is day 2 of our 15-day tour around Kyrgyzstan. This morning we left our guest house and we've made it to here, which is Konorchek Canyon. Oh yeah, we're starting our day with a nice little 3-kilometer trek to get the blood moving through this gorgeous canyon. And we have a huge day planned. We're actually going to be making our way to Issyk-Kul Lake today as well, which is the second largest alpine lake in the world. We have a couple of stops along the way, and this is it, the first one. A beautiful walk in Kyrgyzstan to start an amazing day, hopefully. If you've been following Max and I in any of our YouTube videos previously, then you might be wondering why we decided to do a group tour in Kyrgyzstan. When we were planning Kyrgyzstan, it was quite a last-minute trip, and it turns out that we are here in peak season. We were advised that we would need to hire a 4-wheel drive. Turns out there's not that many 4-wheel drive hires available in Kyrgyzstan, and they book out months in advance. So when we discovered Nomaday's tour and we realized that they were making a lot of the stops that we wanted to go to anyway, we figured, why not give it a go? It's our first time ever doing a group tour, and Kyrgyzstan is a great country to do it in because it is so difficult to get around. It just makes the transport between all of the stops so much easier. So yeah, this is our first time experiencing a group tour, and I'm kind of excited to see what it's all about. So far it's been awesome. Yesterday was so chill and relaxing, and it's so nice not having to worry about how we're going to get places, to being somewhere on time, because we're kind of just told everything, which is awesome. Would you look at the color of this water?
Wow.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Absolutely stunning. So we finally made it here. This is not our final destination today. We're actually going to be going further around to another section of the lake, but we will be staying near the lake tonight, and hopefully, apparently not today, we don't have time, but hopefully tomorrow we will be swimming.
Oh.
Good morning. It is day 3 of our tour in Kyrgyzstan. Unfortunately, it's a cloudy day, but we are going to be doing some hiking today, and our first stop is the Holy Trinity Church of Karakol, and it's a really interesting looking church. I've never seen anything like it before. It's completely made of wood, and I'm gonna have to look up this word because I've honestly never heard it before. So it's a Russian Orthodox church. It was constructed between 1894 and 1895. Apparently, it's a notable example of wooden ecclesiastical architecture. Honestly, I don't know what that is, but it is a gorgeous church. It's absolutely beautiful. So we're just taking a stroll around Karakol, and we just learned that this pretty smallish town of only 86,000 people is the 3rd largest town in all of Kyrgyzstan. How crazy is that? We have made our way to the Jeti Oguz Valley. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, but it's spelt like that. And immediately as we get out of the van, the views are just insane. So we're gonna do a bit of a hike into the valley, and we're gonna be seeing something that's known as the 7 Bulls, and they're these rock formations, I believe. Wow, man.
Really pretty.
So amazing. The contrast of the like gray-green water against the red rock and the green trees is just like amazing. I love it. I love it here. The landscapes of Kyrgyzstan, even as we're driving through, are like, they're just incredible. There's so many mountains and this sort of stuff, and it varies a lot. There's glaciers. You can see glaciers everywhere. It's just incredible. I've been loving it so far, and we're only like not that far from Bishkek, the capital. So as we go further and further every day, I just can't even wait to see what happens, what we get to see next. It's amazing. What's happening now? We're swimming.
Picnic.
Yeah.
Swimming.
Picnic, and we're swimming.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody.
Let's go. Amazing. I'm so happy. This has just brought me back to life. We just had an amazing picnic lunch right on the lake after a swim. It was so perfect. And now we've made it to a place called Fairy Tale Canyon. And it's insanely beautiful. It actually is like a landscape out of a fairy tale. Look at this. It's insane to think that this morning where we were, those massive ridges, that red soil, and now we come here and we're in this canyon, and it's just like scenery keeps changing and it's so diverse. It's incredible. We're loving Kyrgyzstan so far.
Wow. We are finding a really good viewpoint.
Oh, look at the colors here. Oh my gosh, in this one section, it's like tie-dyed between like yellow and red and white. Oh, wow. Speechless. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh my god. One of the funnest things about doing a group tour is that we never know where we're staying because we haven't actually booked any of the accommodation, and we've just shown up in like seemingly the middle of nowhere, but it's this beautiful country homestay. I don't know. There's a turkey, there's sheep, there's dogs. Salam! It's incredible.
It's an eagle. You know, you just find sometimes you go home and you're like, let me check on my eagle quickly.
Our host is giving us a tutorial in how they make the traditional fried dough bed, which is kind of like a fried donut but savory. And oh my god, this is the freshest one we've had so far. It's so good. We had the most amazing dinner tonight because we stopped at the grocery store on the way here and we bought some wine and cheers. Anyways, the same. We got wine. We have the fresh bread that we made and an amazing, again, a table that looks like it's Christmas Day. There's so much stuff on here. Just incredible hospitality here in Kyrgyzstan, as always. Oh. Bon appetit.
Bon appétit.
Good morning, beautiful people, from my yurt. A sentence I don't think I'll ever get tired of saying. It is raining today. We were supposed to go do an eagle show this morning. Again, I don't know if they do eagle shows in the rain. And then go to a canyon. But we were warned last night that if it does rain too much, the van won't make it to the canyon. So that'll definitely be scratched off the list. So I guess we're just gonna get some brekkie, have some coffee, and figure it out. Well, the sun has graced us. The rain has all dispersed. All it took was us basically having coffee and breakfast. And now we are gonna watch an eagle hunting demonstration. I'm really excited. It's the hosts of where we stayed last night that are gonna be doing it for us. And even the little son, who is like maybe 10 maybe? I don't know. But even he is gonna be doing it. I cannot believe that just happened. That is so bucket list. We finally got to hold an eagle.
I know, that is bucket list.
Oh my gosh. And we learned a little bit about the why they keep the eagles and how they keep them and everything throughout. Turns out they only keep them for 20 years, even though the eagles actually live for 65 years. After 20 years of having them domesticated and hunting for them, they actually release them into the wild again. But it's just incredible. They can see for 2 kilometers, which is insane. Oh, that was the best thing ever. What an amazing way to start the day. And the backdrop with the yurts and the mountains. Like,
Backdrop, you could have.
It's the best. It's amazing. Oh, wow. What a great start to the day. This is the best. So today is actually going to be a very cultural day. We have the eagle hunting experience, and then we're actually going to be learning how to make a yurt as well soon. So we're going to have to leave soon and go do that. We've come to another family's home, and I'm very excited for this stuff because we're actually going to be learning how they construct a yurt. We just got a big instruction inside of like a permanent yurt setup that they have over there that is gorgeous. It's one of the nicest ones I've been in, and it was massive. And he kind of explained a little bit about how yurts worked and the history of them, so like why they did certain things. And apparently it was so big, but apparently they can set that yurt up and dismantle it in just 2 hours, which is insanely fast for how big it is. But now we get to see how they actually build them, and they were bringing the parts out just before, and I could just get these glimpses of how it works when the parts were dismantled that I didn't realize that that's how it worked when we were staying in them. So I'm very excited to, hopefully we get to help. Hopefully it's a hands-on experience. That was so fascinating, learning how they make the yurt, and our host was telling us how like they originally did it, but nowadays he has, I guess, more modern tools to use, if you want to use that word kind of loosely, but they're still really made in a like super traditional way. They have some more modern techniques, but they showed us the original way, which was obviously much harder. That was just fascinating to see that that's how they used to make them, and they're just like works so well for the environment here as well. It's incredible. So much fun. fun! Actually learning how the yurt is built is so much fun, and doing it yourself as well is really cool.
Wow!
Yes, finish.
Yay!
Wow. We built this! It's so amazing. We also just found out that like the actual nomads, they would build a yurt of this size in about 6 minutes with 6 people. And it took us a good like 30-40 minutes with 12 people. So yeah, they really know what they're doing. Just another incredible table display. Like every single meal we have, but this one is especially full. They've really brought out everything for us. Oh, and croissants. Wow. I knew you were coming. So we have arrived in the remote mountains of Kyrgyzstan. Today we basically spent the entire day driving.
As we're driving, we just came across a herd of dromedaries. The big one with the 2 humps.
That's so cool. We really wanted to just see them roaming.
They're huge! Oh! Oh my god!
Oh my god, he's my Oh my gosh. Bucket list. That was on my Central Asia bucket list. I'm so glad we got to see them. We're actually in a place called Tash Rabat, and it's right on the border of Kyrgyzstan and China, and you need a special permit to even come to this area. So we have a couple of days here exploring, and then we'll be moving into a different section of the mountains to go explore there as well, and staying in yurts for the next few nights. There's gonna be hiking and exploring, so and the real raw nature of Kyrgyzstan. But we're gonna save that for our next video. So far, this trip with Kyrgyzstan has been incredible. We've already feel like we've seen so much of Kyrgyzstan, and we're only 4 days into our tour. We still have another full 10 days of exploring Kyrgyzstan.
We cannot wait.
Mind-blowing.
It just gets better and better, and the further down we go, the rawer it gets. So we're very excited to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, if this is at all making you interested in visiting Kyrgyzstan, then definitely we'll leave a link below, so check it out. We'll link to Nomades who look after the tours for Kyrgyzstan.
See you in the next one.
Bye!
Bye. What are you doing? I said click.